Hello and welcome everyone to Pickens Springer Gymnasium as we are in line for a great game as the women's from Langston University, the Lions, come into town to take on the women's SCU Eagles team. My name is Parker Lane, joined today by Luke Young. Chase feeling a little bit under the weather. He'll be back soon, I reckon, but I couldn't have picked a more competent, capable analyst to be with me tonight. Luke, the Eagles have come into this spring semester very hot, very aggressive. They're 3-1 in their last four. What do you attribute to their success, sort of this hot start that they've got on?
Well, I really appreciate your comments there. The Eagles have really rode the success of their field goal shooting. They're roughly 400 in field goal percentage. So those 2-point shots have really kept them in every game and given them a good opportunity to win.
No doubt, and as tip-off begins, both teams eager to get started, and it's the Lions that come away with it. I like, Luke, that you said they're shooting about 400. Now, when you're working with hundreds, that's normally a baseball term. That's something we don't see in basketball a lot. Luke, do you have roots in baseball?
I do. I'm actually a baseball player here at Southwestern Christian myself. So I'm very familiar with that terminology.
Okay. And we're getting things started. A quick three won't go for Jemiah Rogers of the Lions. And it's the Eagles that pull it down, have a chance to open this thing up.
This is the freshman Jaden Mason bringing the ball down the court. She'll kick this one out, and the Eagles will work the ball around the perimeter.
The Stillwater native, a freshman, cracking the starting lineup. She's been very impressive to watch play so far this season as she drives towards the restricted zone. Layup won't go. And it's Korea Kirksey that leads the way. That basket's good for Skylar Little, number 35 of the Lions. And it's Langston that's first on the board here today.
A little bit of an unlucky bounce on that tip there. Christina Jenkins almost knocked that one away, just fell right into Langston's hands.
SCU Eagles, one of the goals today for Coach Mark Arthur and crew is interior penetration. They want to get in the restricted zone, in the paint. They haven't been shooting super effective from three, so they want to get those easier buckets inside. Euro step won't go. That's Jatiah Williams.
Jaden Mason kicks it over to MJ Case.
MJ Case fouled as she goes up, so she will head to the line to shoot two.
I like the aggressiveness SU is playing with already. They are really attacking the paint.
It's one of the things that's been a glaring weakness for this team. Yes, they've been on a success when it comes to the win-loss column, but certainly things to improve on, and Coach Mark Arthur has seen that and realized it and is starting to put his plan into action early. MJ Case alone at the charity stripe. All of the rest of the Eagles getting back in their defensive set.
Here comes Langston. Their starting point guard is Korea Kirksey.
There's another three attempt, no good. And it's Skylar Little again with the putback. She's got all four of Langston's points today. MJ Case with the ball, drives the baseline, puts up a floater, gets stopped by the Lions, and they're coming hot the other way. MJ Case, the player of the week for the Sooner Athletic Conference.
She has definitely been a big part of everything the Eagles have been working on these past few games.
She's a vital, critical part of the offense, whether it be ball handling, with the distribution, or just getting to the basket, scoring. And look at the effort she has on defense, making sure that the opposing Lions can't drive the line. As the shot clock gets low, it's an offensive foul, so it'll be the Eagles either way.
Right there, that was MJ Case on the defense.
Langston foul number 5, Cameron Shelley, second team foul.
Lions get ready to have a substitution.
Into Langston number 12.
In comes Amanita Seck, and out goes Cameron Shelley. Cameron Shelley, one of a small regime that followed Coach Kevin Harrod from Talladega. This is Coach Harrod's first season with the Lions. Spent 8 with Talladega over in Alabama. During that time, had a 171-68 record. That's the most in the NAIA in that period.
That is quite impressive, if I do say so myself.
Indeed, he's leading these Lions to an early lead here in Pickens Springer Gymnasium, but he brought a few star players with him. one of which being number 5, Cameron Shelley, another one, number 4, Ayasha Thomas. Lions take a screen, inside penetration, and a little bit of a miscue on the pass still finds itself in the hands of a blue and orange jersey. Shot clock winding down, Jatalia Williams no good. And that's going to be Lauren Wade who pulls it down. Just like that, the Eagles are back in set again. MJK is having to deal with the long arms of Amanita Seck. Jenkins, layup no good. She wanted a foul there. Spot up shot from the elbow, no good. That was Korea Kirksey. The Lions back fast on defense. MJ Case has a lane, spot up shot from just inside the 3-point mark. Just a little bit short. And Luke, I'll be honest, I feel like we're in a battle of the bands, like cheerleaders in this case.
I know, it is loud in Pickens Springer Gymnasium right now. We have two very talented cheerleading groups for both teams repping their girls.
No doubt, there's Seck. A little bit too much on the shot, and Christina Wade knocks it into the hands of Jaden Mason. Jenkins, just a little bit off the mark. And both of these teams struggling to find good shots. A drought of field goals in the last minute and a half.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. It's been a little bit of a drought early on.
Seck fouled as she goes up, so she'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on MJ Case, and the substitution for the Lions. Seeing some new faces. In comes number 22, Anaya Pride, and number 13, Bayoni Davis.
And number 22, Anaya Pride, checking in for the Lions.
Seck has no problem with her first shot.
Not a set at the line.
And the second one's short, and it's Lauren Wade who comes away with it. Lauren Wade is just one of those players, Luke, that's always going to be in the right spot at the right time, doing the right things, ready to pull down rebounds no matter how tough it gets.
Yeah, she's a coach's dream player down there in the paint.
They will call her for a travel, and so that is a turnover. But absolutely not willing to get those elbows out, pull in that rebound, get things going the other way.
There's no lack of effort on the Eagles team, that is for sure.
You're right, Luke. This is a team of girls that's always going to give their best, try their hardest. Lions so far in this game have not been afraid to let the shot clock wind down. And a foul is called. That's going to be on number 22.
Foul number 22.
That's Anaya Pride, and so the Lady Eagles will have possession.
First personal, 13 foul.
Mason taking her time, not wanting to make an errant pass or put up a bad shot. Wade from the charity stripe puts one away, and now the Eagles are within 1.
There it is. That's exactly what we're looking for, and it's still a tight game, even though Langston had some free throws made earlier. Big block there by Jaden Mason.
Indeed, an impressive swat. Still being a pest on defense. But that's Bayoni Davis who gets fouled, and so she will have an and-one opportunity. That was some tenacity by Jaden Mason on the defense, making sure she gets the block, even after the block continues to apply pressure.
It's a kind of ideal that gets preached a lot in basketball circles. It's the same thing as following a shot. When you get a block, you don't want to just stop there. You want to chase after that ball, make sure it's in your possession.
In the end, when opportunity converts, and so there will be a substitution. In comes Jaden Chestnut. And number 35, Skylar Little, will sit down. Well, Luke, we're more than halfway now through the first quarter, and there has not been any substitutions for the Eagles. The starting lineup still remains out there. I wonder how long Coach Arthur is going to keep them out.
Well, if they keep attacking the paint like that and putting up good shots, it might be a little while longer.
That's Jaden Mason.
Mason is definitely not letting any opportunities slip by right now.
Lions doing some interesting scheming on offense. Looks to draw an ISO to that right side. They dump it back over to the left side. And that's Anaya Pride who puts that 2 down. Case gets a screen, takes it inside in the restricted zone. Just a little off the mark. That one won't fall for her. She's having no struggle getting to the rim, but she's just having a little trouble having her shots fall and converting. A travel call on Anaya Pride and the Lions, so it will be the Eagles' ball once again. And for Langston comes number 4, Aisha Thompson, another one of those transfers from Talladega following Coach Herod.
I think that speaks a lot to Herod's ability to generate loyalty in the players. He's definitely a respected coach in SAC circles.
And one opportunity there for Jaden Mason. I was thinking of MJ Case getting the basket so much. Jaden Mason converts the end one opportunity, and so she will head to the line to shoot 1.
Everyone can do it with this group of starters for SU.
It's refreshing to see. It was something that was really hammered in, not only during our broadcast, but I'm sure during coaches' meetings with the players. Hey, we're putting up a lot of threes, and we're not converting a lot of them, but we're definitely not getting to the basket, not getting to the line like we've seen today. Lots of confidence in his free throw shooters. Coach Arthur sends everybody but the shooter back into the backcourt to get ready for defense. And that's Christina Jenkins. Long arm swatted that ball away. Unfortunately, the Lion will maintain possession. Aisha Thomas. Shot clock winding down. Spins inside, has to put something up. Blocked again by Mason. That's going to be a foul on Jaden Mason. And you see Coach Arthur over on the bench waving his fingers around. He thought that was a travel.
I'm right there with Coach Arthur. I definitely thought there might have been an offensive foul on that one. Or an unoffensive foul, but a travel.
Aisha Thomas, she'll shoot 2. And you see some of the men's teams stopping by to watch the women's performance. I see a couple of familiar faces over on the balcony. Robert Chapman being the closest to us. If you want to watch them play, their game starts at 4 o'clock here on the SCU Athletics YouTube page. You're not going to want to miss that broadcast as number 3 Langston Lions come into town. Case, screen from Jenkins, can't do much with it. Lauren Wade gets fouled. What a heads-up play by Lauren Wade.
That's an excellent shot take.
Understanding that the defender is in the air, knowing that if you just lean into it a little bit, you can draw the foul. But to be fair, number 12 was all over her. There was no misinterpreting that.
No, not at all. She definitely realized they had the Langston defense a little bit spread out, and that defender was coming in hard.
The first substitution for the Eagles, in comes Delaney Reimer, and MJ Case sits down. It's a little bit of a breather. I'm sure we will see more of her in the second quarter. Lauren Wade, first one won't convert. And SCU is now in the bonus as Lauren Wade makes her second shot.
I had the pleasure of calling the JV women's game last night, and foul trouble was a big part of the game for both teams. Both teams got in bonus really early on.
Spot up shot good for Anaya Pride, and it's one of those things that's very difficult to coach sometimes, the coachability of staying out of foul trouble. Delaney Reimer changed her mind mid-pass, led to a turnover, and there's Pride again. She's fouled by Reimer, and so she will head to the line to shoot 2.
Eagle foul number 22, Delaney Reimer, first personal 14 foul. That's number 22, Pride at the line, shooting 2.
Pride's first one, no problem. With a minute 41 left in the first quarter, your SCU Eagles down 10 to 15. Make that 16 off of the costly turnover from Reimer. Wade hands it off. Mason puts up a floater, also no good. They're not having any problems once again getting to the basket, but Langston's doing a good job of getting in the way, forcing some tough shots.
A lucky travel call for the Eagles will give them possession right back.
Tresha Yeager to inbound.
Quick shot.
Wade, no good. She was wanting a foul, it looks like. Thought there was a little bit too much contact. Davis charges the basket. They're going to say it last touched an Eagle.
That was Christina Jenkins with the block. She just kind of stepped over and swatted that one out of the sky.
No, not today. And for the Eagles, number 11, Kaiten Taylor. And it's Jade Mason who will go sit down on the bench. I always wondered if former NBA players with catchphrases, are those trademarked or are those free use?
Honestly, I don't know. I definitely hope they're not trademarked because those are fun to say sometimes.
Well, you know, the Arnold Schwarzenegger line about getting in the helicopter.
Get to the chopper?
Yeah, well, that one is trademarked, and I think he did that when he was running for California governor.
Really? I didn't know that, actually.
I don't know if, like, the Matumbo block, no, not today, if that's trademarked. Probably stop saying it.
Just to be safe.
Shot clock expiring. Going to say it was knocked out by the Lions. And it looks like the Eagles will have 1 second on the clock to try to at least touch the rim. Another substitution. Out goes Yeager. In comes number 14, Lauren Masquat. Let's see what Coach Arthur drew up with 1 second on the shot clock. Shot off successfully, and the field goal is made by Delaney Reimer. That's a quick spot-up shot.
Reimer is a good shooter from the field. She's come off the bench a lot of games for SU this season and has done exactly that.
Jaden Chestnut's going to be fouled.
Eagle foul number 25, Christina Jenkins.
It's Christina Jenkins, her first of the day.
So you bringing up those trademarked catchphrases, I guess you say.
Yeah.
Reminded me of those old This Is Sports Center commercials. Did you ever watch those?
I loved the This Is Sports Center. The nickname one is particularly hilarious.
When I think of those, I tend to think of the David Ortiz wearing the Yankees hat, trying to break it in.
The blocked shot, obviously, in the office.
Those are good. There's some classics out
I remember
of those.
Tiger Woods had one, but I can't remember what the punchline was. Anyway, they went ahead and turned off the shot clock, so Eagles will have a chance to score before the first quarter comes to an end.
7 seconds and counting. SU's got to have one more chance before this quarter's done.
Taylor to Reimer. She's got to put up a shot. Screen from Jenkins, and that one falls. Delaney Reimer.
What a shot.
Has been on fire to finish out the first quarter. And as it comes to an end, your Eagles down to 15-17. Would have been down 7 if not for Reimer's last 2 shots. The turnaround jumper with 1 second on the clock, and then the 3 to send them into the second quarter.
I'd say that's exactly what Coach Arthur brought her in for, is that right there.
It's a team that struggled shooting. Not today for Reimer, though. She woke up feeling hot.
And a portion of the profit will go to a mission trip.
Well, Luke, the first quarter's come to an end. What's your biggest takeaway so far?
SU has really limited fast break points for Langston right now. They're not getting too much off of turnovers. It's really been Langston running their offense that has gotten them 17 points so far. And on the SU offensive side, it's just shots that aren't falling so far. They'll just have to keep shooting, and you know what they say, shoot it and it'll fall.
Can't lose confidence, certainly. I feel like that's almost another baseballism. It's like build it and they will come.
Yeah,
Shoot it and it
pretty
will
much.
fall. Oh man, this is the crossover episode that nobody knew we needed.
I apologize to the viewers at home if my baseball starts to bleed into the basketball stream.
It's good to be diverse. Like culturally diverse, but like sportually diverse.
Sportually, I'll take, sportually.
All right, and if you're just tuning in, once again, Eagles down 2 as we start the second quarter here in Pickens Springer Gymnasium. Parker Lane joined by Luke Young. We've been witnessing an exciting one so far. We'll see if the Eagles can continue to keep pace.
Shannon Jenkins kicked it to Reimer. Now it's over to Taylor.
Here's Masquat. No look dump off to Reimer. She puts up a 3. Finally starting to cool down. It's Masquat that fights for the rebound, though, and they're saying it's out on Aisha Thomas.
Excellent effort from Lauren Masquat right there. And it's just like we said in the first period, the effort of these Lady Eagles cannot be contained.
Reimer another 3 off the mark. She's going to keep on shooting those after her first one. Here's Sek. Right hand finish, in and out, won't go. Gets her own rebound and is fouled on the second chance.
Eagle foul number 25, Christina Jenkins. That's her second personal foul.
Well, an interesting statistic after the end of the first period, Langston is 0 from 3. But with that three-pointer by Reimer, SU has made 1 of 4 and is shooting 25%.
Christina Jenkins checks out. Kirsten Strain checks in.
Kirsten Strain,
And number 12, Amanita Sek, currently at the line for the Lions. This is a Senegal native. Free throws no good. Eagles have a chance to capitalize, tie the game, or maybe even take the lead for the first time since the start of the first quarter.
Man defense from Langston is really giving SU some problems. They've got to find a way to penetrate this.
Reimer, a screen from Wade, gets to the basket, shot won't fall. Now it's the Lions with a chance to grow their lead. Tough shot falls for Ayasha Thomas.
That was an impressive move from Thomas there.
Split the defense wide open. Taylor has some space at the top of the arc. That 3 falls.
Three-point basket, Caitlin Taylor.
And it's a 1-point game.
Just like that, the three-pointers keeping SU in this one early on.
These two teams are very similar in offensive and defensive production. Lauren Wade can't pull the first rebound down, but she does pull the second one down. We'll see if the Eagles can keep their offensive firepower going as a timeout's called.
Timeout called by the Eagles.
SU Eagles. So with 7:57 left in the second quarter, your Eagles down 18-19. Point game, and it appears that a impromptu cheer battle has broken out during the timeout. Langston comes out strong. We'll see how the Eagles respond. Some acrobatics.
Very impressive from the Eagles here. The Eagles definitely winning the numbers battle against the Langston cheerleading squad.
Langston does look outmanned, but what they lack in personnel, they make up for in spirit, certainly. Who would have thought the subplot of this game would be the cheerleaders for both teams coming in.
Hey, that's what they're here for. They add that extra dimension to the competition.
Well, Langston, another school in Oklahoma, has no shortage of their fans in the stands today. I'm seeing plenty of orange and navy. Inside pass, Wade kicks it out. Strain, 3, no good. Lions pull it down, and Wade reaches around, and so it will be a foul.
Eagle foul number 31, Lauren Wade. That's her first personal, second team foul.
That's Lauren Wade's first foul of the day. She's got 3 points, 4 rebounds, and assists.
Back in for the Eagles.
And out goes Kaiten Taylor for the Eagles. In comes Jaden Mason. Inside baseline. Behind the back finish, no good. They're going to call that a jump ball. So as it stands right now, it will continue to be the Lions that have the ball.
To the Lions.
Euro step, that one goes. Nice move by number 10, Haley Jordan.
That's good by Haley Jordan.
Wade having some trouble distributing the ball from the top of the arc. Impatience from Jaden Mason leads to an easy bucket. Watch the defender sail on by.
Both teams are getting a lot of points down by the basket. Langston has no issue with really attacking the rim. Blocked pass gives possession back to SCU.
Well, Luke, with how they're shooting the 3 ball 0 for 4, they pretty much have to get inside. Mason drives the baseline. She's pushed out. So it's another foul for the SCU Eagles.
Lions out number
Freshman has
13.
really been making this tough on the Lions so far.
First personal.
She's got 7 points, 2 rebounds so far. She is the leading scorer as of this point. Reimer tries to get it inside for Wade. That's going to be picked up by the Lions. Number 14, Adia Rogers.
Kersey with the 3, but it doesn't fall. Langston comes down with it.
Second chance, no good, and Wade pulls it down. Eagles had the numbers advantage down in the offensive zone. They weren't fast enough to capitalize, and Jaden Mason's pass intended for Kirsten Strain off the mark.
Definitely looked like a little bit of miscommunication there. Another block pass. SU will regain possession, push their advantage once more. On the squat, kicks it over to Lauren Wade. And that one's good.
Wade puts it away indeed. And a timeout's called. The Lions, sensing the momentum changing, call for a timeout.
Just excellent ball movement by the Eagles.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, that's something they've been known for this entire season, is really dissecting defenses with their ball movement.
Well, sometimes what will happen is you'll see a team with a star, somebody who's averaging 15, 20, 25 points a game, and the offense will run through them. But in a team that's so well balanced like the one we're seeing right now, when everybody eats, the team wins.
I love that term, everybody eats.
And everybody's eating today. We have 5 Eagles on the board with points, even more contributing in other ways. So with 5:40 left in the first half, your Eagles up for the first time since the game started, 22-21. Now, I don't expect head coach Kevin Herod to take this line down for the Lions. I'm sure he has something planned to get his team back in this one.
I'd imagine so too. He's done a good job so far.
Spin move, left hand finish inside.
Haley Jordan.
It's going to be Haley Jordan, the Columbus native.
Mason still in control of the SCU offense. She's going to move her girls around. They're going to try to find an opening around the perimeter.
That squat in, That's Daisy LaPat that's fouled. The freshman from Piedmont will head to the line to shoot two.
That's third foul on
I
number
believe
5.
LaPat might be the tallest girl on the floor right now.
She is indeed standing at 6'2".
It's definitely not a bad idea to kick the ball to her down low.
It's definitely not. Not at all in this case. First one falls. And Peyton Andrews waiting to check in after this free throw attempt. And LaPat goes 2 for 2 on free throw opportunities.
Number 32, Peyton Andrews for your
And Andrews comes in. And number 23, Kirsten Strain, comes out. Also, for the Lions, number 5, Cameron Shelley checks out. Jump ball called. Ref says Jade Mason had enough of that one, and so it will be Eagles possession.
Amazing effort by the freshman. And it doesn't look like Ayasha Thomas for Langston was too happy about that jump ball call. I think she thought she definitely had more possession of that than the ref did.
Masquat doesn't find the look she likes. Here's Reimer on the outside now, getting a screen from LaPat, fires a three. Just a little bit to the left, and the Lions come back fast the other way.
Reimer draws the charge.
Offensive foul, it'll be Eagles ball. And the Pickens Springer Gymnasium is starting to get fired up.
Limiting transition points, that's what it's all about, keeping this game close.
Also causing turnovers.
third team foul.
Jade Mason gets a screen from LaPat. The pick and roll been pretty successful today. Andrews takes it herself. Left hand won't go. LaPat can't secure it. And now the Lions have a chance to take the lead.
Looks like Jordan almost lost control of the ball there, but Langston luckily keeps it in their possession.
Shot won't go. LaPat has it. That was Kirksey on the miss. So once again, the freshman will lead the charge.
And charge she will. She went right to the basket, no hesitation.
Reaching on Langston, so that will be the 5th team foul.
Jay Williams, first personal 4th-team foul.
Excuse me, the 4th team foul, and it's Lauren Masquat to inbound the ball. Substitution for the Lions. In comes Anaya Pride once again.
Back into the line.
The leading scorer for Langston so far today. She's got 6 points and 3 rebounds.
Screen by LaPat, nothing opens.
2 screens there from LaPat. Good heads up decision making. Staying in the spot, setting another screen. And the spot up from Mason. A little bit too much heat on that.
Langston's got a girl in the corner. This will be I thought it was going to be a 3, but she actually makes a move towards the basket.
I don't blame her looking at Langston's shot record so far today.
That's true. They are 0 for 5 from 3 so far.
LaPat has her first foul. That's going to be number 21, Jemiah Rogers, headed to the line to shoot.
Fouls number 14,
Out comes Masquat and Reimer. In comes MJ Case and Tresha Yeager.
Puts number 21 to the line for the Lions, Jemiah Rogers. Trish Yeager and MJ Case back in for the Eagles.
2 veterans and 2 starters for this team back in to finish out these last 3 minutes of the first half. Luke, how do you think that their presence is going to impact these final 3 minutes in the second quarter?
I think if there's anything that'll give the Eagles more confidence in their shooting ability especially, it'll be having those 2 back on the floor. They definitely want to go into halftime with a lead over the Langston Lions. How close this game has been especially.
3 lead changes already. in this first half. The largest lead of the day, I think, was 6. So this is a game it's been very hard fought up until this point. It looks like they are having to make more space for the crowd. They're anticipating a big one here against the number 3 Langston Lions following the women's game.
It's a good weekend for basketball. What can we say?
And I love that this game's at 2 and 4. It means that I can have some dinner with my wife tonight when it all comes to an end. Second chance points. That's going to be Haley Jordan of the Lions.
Haley Jordan.
My brother has a birthday this coming Monday, so if I'm lucky, I might get to see him after work today.
I've got a buddy whose birthday is today, and my father's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday to your father and your buddy.
Yeah. Look at that. What an odd string of birthdays happening. And it's going to be a turnover for the Eagles, and Langston's bench is fired up. Excuse me, not a turnover, but it was knocked out of bounds. The Eagles have 12 seconds on the shot clock. Eagles still figuring out what they're going to do.
I'd say keep an eye on MJ Case in the lower right-hand corner. They feed it to her, but this one gets away.
The Pats pass a little off the mark. Lions dump it in. Here's Jordan again. And once again, she puts it away. Number 10, Haley Jordan, now leads the Lions in points. Here comes Mason, though. Not to be outdone. She's fouled, so she will head to the line to shoot 2.
The speed with which the freshman Jaden Mason's playing right now is just flat out impressive. She has had no hesitation in her decision making, and her shots, although not all have fallen, have all been right there.
And for the Eagles, Christina Jenkins and Lauren Wade. So back on the court for your Eagles, the starting lineup of Jaden Mason, MJ Case, Tresha Yeager, Christina Jenkins, and Lauren Wade. Mason's first shot off the mark. I find it interesting that Coach Arthur doesn't put anybody into attempt to rebound. They'd rather get set on defense, not get beat. The fast break, again, one of the weaknesses of this team, so to say. A 1-and-1 for Jaden Mason. In comes Skylar Little for the Lions. And with less than 2 minutes in the first half, the Eagles going to have to put in just a little bit more effort to close the gap that the Lions have created.
I think this is why we have all the starters back on the floor, for this situation exactly.
Lions put up a 3. That one no good. The referee said it's off of the Eagles, so it will be Lions ball again.
Lions, I believe with that miss, make 0 for 6 from 3.
That is correct, 0 for 6. The 3 ball has not been falling for them. And down to Little, puts it down low. And a foul. Some confusion in the arena about that one. It's Jaden Mason's second foul. Lions get it into Jordan. Haley Jordan takes it herself, and that's another foul on the Eagles. This time on number 3, MJ Case.
I don't know if that one looked as strange to you as it did to me, but I thought that was actually a Langston elbow in her face, not MJ's elbow.
Well, MJ Case heads to the bench, take a little bit of a breather, let some of her frustration simmer. And for her comes Delaney Reimer.
Shooting 2.
Jordan's first one finds the bottom of the net. It's now a 5-point game. And the second one reaches bottom as well. So with 6-point lead, it's now the largest, tied for largest lead of the game so far.
Jada Spence enters the game for the Lions.
And we'll see what Coach Arthur has drawn up to finish out this first half. No MJK. Jaden Mason finds a lane, drops it down for Wade. Fakes it, puts it up through the contact.
It's a very strong shot
Laura.
from Lauren Wade.
Indeed. We'd love to see the energy. Lions set a screen, kick it out. Aisha Thomas takes it inside. Puts it down low for Jada Spence. And a travel's called, so it will be the Eagles once again.
Violation on Langston.
A lot of that can be attributed to Tresha Yeager there. She got knocked down and was right back up and sprinting across the floor.
Got to stick to your man, so to speak. Wade sets a screen. It's now Jenkins who has it on the outside. And the whistle's called. Offensive foul.
Jenkins not too happy about that one.
They say it was a push, and so the Eagles, off of the swing and momentum,
Number 13, Davis.
have an offensive foul.
For Langston.
Both teams in bonus to close out this first half.
Leonie Davis checks in for Langston. About a 10-second difference between shot and game clock.
It'll be another 3 attempts.
Spence, a three. Langston makes their first three of the day. It's now 7. That breaks and sets the new largest lead. So with 10 seconds left on the clock, the Eagles have one chance to cut this down. Mason, it's 3 to shoot. Reimer in the corner. That 3 was high and no good. So as the first half comes to an end, your SCU Eagles down 27 to 34. Luke, I thought we had some great penetration in the first half. I don't think we were able to convert as much as Coach Arthur wanted. What do you say in the locker room to get back on track? What needs to be the focus coming into the second half?
I would tell the girls to keep doing what they're doing. They've been attacking the basket really well, like you said. Right now, Jaden Mason is leading the charge. She's shooting exactly 50% from the field, and that's what the Eagles need to hone in on.
Well, Lauren Wade is also doing good today. She's got 7 points on 3 of 4 shooting, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. And on the other side, the Lions, number 10, Haley Jordan has 10 points, 2 rebounds, and Naya Pride has 6 points, 4 rebounds. But when we come back, the second half of Women Eagles basketball, you're not going to miss it. Stay tuned. For Luke Young, I'm Parker Lane. We will see you all in about 14. Hello and welcome back, everyone, to the Pickens Springer Gymnasium as the Langston Lions have come into town to take on the Lady Eagles here in Bethany, Oklahoma. My name is Parker Lane, joined today by Luke Young. And as we start the second half, the Eagles find themselves in a position down 7, the largest one of the game. Now, Luke, we talked a little bit about it before the break, but let's reiterate for those that might be joining in just now. What are some keys to the second half the Eagles have to do right to come out on top today?
I think the Eagles really need to focus on maintaining their field goals. They've been taking good shots, getting good looks from the field, and not everyone has fallen, but that's basketball. So just keep taking their shots and it'll turn around.
Couldn't have said it better. Don't let the frustration of missing a shot or two get to you. This is a team that has struggled from beyond the arc in their last few games. So I know from experience watching this team, when frustration begins to set in, trouble starts brewing for the Eagles.
It's when the fouls start to poke their head up and the kind of unfortunate circumstances can really put a damper on things.
The Lions will start things out. A chance to increase their lead.
A little bit of a wayward pass there.
Indeed, that one went high and outside. So it appears that it's actually the Eagles with a chance to get the first bucket of the second half. Case finds Jenkins on the outside arc. Gets a screen from Jenkins. Now it's Lauren Wade. She puts up an acrobatic shot. Didn't touch the rim. Tresha Yeager has it, though. They're going to say it was a foul. There's some issues with the shot clock. I think the shot clock operator thought it touched the rim. The fans certainly letting their opinions be known about the whole situation. And after some confusion, they're going to put the shot clock at 4. The MJ Case here to inbound the ball. Here's Mason on the outside. She's got 2 to shoot. Jenkins doesn't put it up. Looks like they got it off in time, but the Lions pull it down. Spot up 3. No good for number 24, Natalia Williams.
J.D. Mason will bring it back down the floor. Jenkins now working the defense. She'll kick it over to Case.
Case gets a screen from Wade, takes it inside herself. Floater met up top and a foul. That's Skylar Little that fouled. And so MJ Case will head to the line to shoot 2. That one hurt.
It looks like she's holding her hip there around that area. It looks like she took a pretty good shot on that foul.
That's why they call it running into a brick wall. I'm sure she doesn't want to try that one again anytime soon. Did you ever play basketball, Luke?
I did a long time ago. Last game I played was in the 8th grade.
The 8th grade, okay. Well, I was going to ask if you ever been hit with a screen so hard it just knocks the breath out of you.
That I have.
Oh, man.
I would say it was a lot more common in football back when I played that, but
yes,
doesn't hurt any much less.
I remember the first time I tried to play lacrosse. I turned over from the Lions. It's Eagles possession. I remember the first time I played lacrosse and a defender with the long stick hit me right underneath my rib cage. I couldn't breathe for like 30 seconds. Christina Jenkins puts one away. It's now a 3-point game. The Eagles chopping down the lead to the Lions.
I believe that was Jenkins' first bucket of the game.
Indeed it was. And a muscle move by Jemiah Rogers.
The Eagles can stand to have a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for, a lot more help from the team. There's a little more production from their starters and their bench players. I'm getting to the thought I want to say.
There you go, you reached it. Speaking about reaching it, MJ Case to the baseline drive, reached the basket and put it away. So that's now a 1-possession game for your Eagles. Little Backs down Case underneath the basket, and the turnaround shot falls in.
Skylar Little for two.
Langston is going tough move in the paint for tough move in the paint with the Eagles.
Well, the Eagles are getting their interior penetration on the offense. Now they have to stop it on defense. Substitutions for the
Number 10,
Lions.
Haley
In
Jordan,
comes
number
Haley
13,
Jordan
Davison
and
for the
Bayoni
Lions.
Davis.
The Lions have been sending in and out subs all game long. The Eagles a little bit more hesitant. But depending on your outlook, I wouldn't say that's necessarily a bad thing.
Not necessarily. You're not wrong, though. Luke, I'm looking at the stats for the first half, and it looks like the Lions, after making a three, have 31 bench points compared to the Eagles' 10.
There's definitely been a difference in strategy between these two teams there.
The leading scorer for the Lions coming off the bench, number 10, Haley Jordan. Their second leading scorer, Anaya Pride, also coming off the bench. So the starters for the Lions have not been causing the damage. It's been the secondary unit. And Lauren Wade gets fouled.
Another interesting stat to note, the offensive rebounds are much higher for Langston than they are for SU.
10-3 differential. In comes number 3 for the Lions, Talia Harris.
Talia Harris checks in for the Lions.
Jenkins to inbound. Lions in man coverage. Jenkins gets it into Wade, can't hold on to it again. That's another turnover. Fast break and an errant pass leads to a turnover for the Lions this time.
There's been a lot of tight passes both teams have been trying to fit in.
The defense has been good. The arms are out wide, clogging the lanes. Sometimes you got to be a little risky on those passes. Sometimes they pay off and sometimes they don't.
It's tough enough for an NFL quarterback to fit those passes in. It's
MJ Case.
equally as tough for these girls.
Yes, it is. MJ Case was smothered, wanted the foul, didn't call it. Wade is back down, puts enough defensive pressure on the shot, and now the Eagles have a chance to score.
It's almost a good move by Jaden Mason, but she lost control of it.
Just couldn't hold on to it, and Lauren Wade has to foul to stop the
Eagle
fast
foul number
break.
31, Lauren Wade, third personal, second team foul.
Well, it doesn't feel like very many shots have been uncontested for either team.
The defensive pressure is high. MJ Case sits down. In comes Delaney Reimer.
Jaden Chestnut in for the Lions.
Jaden Chestnut also checking in for the Lions. Good exterior defense for the Eagles. Lions not having a chance to score inside yet. Outside corner three falls. The starter, Kirksey, makes the second three-point shot for the Lions today.
Ooh, a little bit of a entanglement over there in the corner. Looks like they're calling that foul on number 13 for Langston, Yoni
Flag
Davis.
Number 13, Bayoni Davis, second personal, 13 foul.
So no bonuses yet. Eagles will inbound. Reimer hands it off to Mason. It's in Mason's hands as the shot clock hits single digits, 5 to shoot. Jenkins puts up a deep two off the rim, no good. Wade has the rebound, second chance, also no good, unfortunately. And now the Lions on the fast break.
Good defense stuffs that opportunity. Lions will have to settle for some passes around the perimeter as they look for another opening.
Haley Jordan with the heads-up play to keep it in her teammates' hands.
Shot clock nearing its end.
Jordan, a shot blocked by Jenkins. Let's see what Reimer can do. Drops it into Jenkins. Works her way towards the basket, spins inside, left hand finish, and one opportunity for Christina Jenkins.
What a move.
Putting on a clinic on how to get to the basket.
Lengths of foul number 20, Jaden Chestnut, second personal foul, 14.
He was going one-on-one for about like 5 seconds there and went up to the basket with the offhand even.
We'll see if she can convert the and one opportunity. And she can. It's now an 8-point game once again. Eagles extending pressure to the halfway point. The inside pass to Jordan, swatted by Jenkins once again. She's doing it all, offense and defense. Here she is, one-on-one, punched out by Lyon. And they're gonna say it's Eagles possession.
Coach Arthur wants a foul on that one. That was a lot of movement, a lot of almost diving bodies.
I
Not
think he
diving bodies
did get the
exactly.
foul. I think he did get the foul on that. I saw the referee calling for it.
Lengths of foul number 15. Bria Kursky, first personal foul, 15 foul.
Correct, went on Kirksey.
It's not about what you hear, it's about what you see. So Reimer will shoot 2. Lauren Masquat gets ready to check in. So we saw Coach Arthur play the starting lineup for 6 minutes once again in this third quarter.
Number 14, Lauren Mascot, number 3,
Reimer makes both of her free throws. Tresha Yeager sits down along with Lauren Wade. In comes MJ Case and Lauren Masquat. You see the pressure from the Eagles. And a little bit of pressure. Tempers are high. They're starting to fray.
Langston fans getting in it a little bit too.
So a jump ball was assessed. So Jaden Mason and the Eagles will come back the other way.
That's a foul.
It's going to be on Christina Jenkins. Looks like it's going to be an illegal screen or a push of some kind.
She is also somewhat vocal in her displeasure with that one.
That's her third foul of the day.
Cross-court pass, nothing going.
And the Eagles clogging the restricted zone. Almost knocked it out. Shot no good for the Lions. And there's more struggling. I'm going to say it's Lions ball still.
That's why I was there with the defense to make sure that one wasn't another chance for 2.
The name of this game so far, no easy buckets for either of these teams.
Absolutely.
Substitutions for both teams. Lauren Wade comes in, MJ Case comes out. Looks like Anaya Pride will come in along with Emanata Sek.
We talked about it earlier. It feels like there haven't been any uncontested shots. Both defenses have really shown up to play.
No easy shots indeed. Jordan spin move, that falls.
Haley Jordan proceed.
Mason doesn't take the screen from Wade. Now Masquat has it on the outside arc. Reimer into Wade, takes it herself, right hand finish. Won't go, Masquat fights for it, second chance, she's fouled. Excuse me, that's gonna be Christina Jenkins, and she will head to the line to shoot 2.
Langston foul number 10, Haley Jordan. First personal.
The switch defense
16 foul.
was doing its work there for Langston,
Puts
but
Christina Jenkins to the line.
Jaden Chestnut will check
And
out for
Jada
the Lions.
Spence checks in for the Lions.
Smith will check in for the Lions. Excuse me, Spence, not Smith, Spence. Jenkins' first one, no good. Second one also won't fall.
It's kind of in and out on both of those.
Those free throws, anything but free. In and out of the hands of a Lion, so the Eagles will have it. That was Anaya Pride that couldn't hold on to it. And a timeout's called by the Eagles. So 30 seconds is on the clock. Well, Luke, I think that nothing's really changed since the quarter started.
That's what I was just thinking. We feel like it's still the score's increased, but the deficit hasn't really gone up.
No, not many adjustments have been made to put the Eagles up ahead. I think Coach Arthur realized that. Now looking to drop a plan.
There's potential for that bonus the Eagles are in to play a big part in this comeback.
No doubt they're going to have to capitalize on these last 2 minutes, 50 seconds of the quarter.
I'm interested to see Jaden Mason's minutes at the end of this game. She has been on the floor for the vast majority of this contest.
Just a reminder for our cheerleaders, please do not come out on the floor during 30
And the
second
PA
timeouts.
announcers are
But we do appreciate all our cheerleaders.
not
Let's give them a big
feeling
round
the
of applause.
cheerleading
They
battle
are
that's
amazing.
broken out.
We got a good man down there, respectful as always.
He does a good job, no doubt. I think that was the referees, though, that told him to say that. And play will resume after the timeout. Reimer gets it into Mason.
A lot of
Eagles
passes.
can't find anything inside except for right here. Jenkins spin, fade away with the left hand. Won't go. Wade pulls it down, though, and the Eagles have a second chance.
Wade tried to get it out to Jenkins, but it went nowhere. Langston ball.
A small miscommunication leads to a turnover. Lions can't find anything inside, have to kick it back out. Harris to Pride. Gets a screen from Seg. Spot up shot from the elbow, won't go. Jenkins fights for it. She will pull it down, so the Eagles now have an open lady in Masquat, but she can't hold on to that one. It's another turnover.
That's unfortunate. She was wide open for a little easy two right there.
Ayesha Thomas comes in for the Lions.
Less than 2 to go in the third period. Still an 8-point lead for the Lions.
Screen from Sek. Thomas gets to Shelley, fires a three, too much, and Lauren Wade pulls it down. Head coach Kevin Herron not happy at that last play for the Lions. Jenkins, a screen from Wade. Wants to dump it in, and she does. Here's Wade, working around Sek. Turns the ball over and holds on. A jump ball's called.
Jump ball call.
And once again, the head coaches of Langston getting frustrated at the officiating.
Possession length.
So Langston will have the ball.
Maximum effort from the SU squad. I've been saying it all game, but it hasn't changed.
Effort's been very high indeed. Mason putting the defensive pressure on, challenging them to drive the basket to attack. Foul's called.
Eagle foul number 1.
It's Jaden Mason reaching in.
Personal foul. 13 foul.
Here's number 4, Ayesha Thomas, in the line to shoot 2. Eagles unable so far to capitalize on the bonus that they have.
It's been small miscues here and there. A wayward pass, a block that isn't picked up. Small things like that that are keeping this this game slightly out of reach.
Thomas shot no good. Jenkins pulls it down. Jaden Mason moving fast, kicks it out. Masquat, corner three. A little bit too much heat on that one.
Even right there was almost a pass that got away.
Sek, mid-range jumper, no. And Reimer, about a 6-second difference between the shot and game clock.
Jaden Mason commanding her offense.
Reimer gets it to Wade, who puts up a mid-range floater. That one bounces around and falls in. And so the Lions will have about 6 to get off one last shot in this third quarter. Shot waved off.
Travel, yep.
Indeed it is.
Travel violation, Langston.
So now the Eagles with 3.6 on the clock. They have a chance to score here. It's not impossible.
Crazier things have happened.
Jaden Mason has to put one up, holds on to it instead. As the third quarter comes to an end, your SCU Eagles down 40-47 against the Langston Lions.
This has been a fun game so far.
This has been a fun game. These teams have been equally matched. If Langston didn't get out to a little 7-point lead, this would be a back and forth battle. So far, the Eagles unable to find a solution to the deficit they're in, but I wonder what they'll have for this fourth quarter. We'll see more of the starters, I'm sure.
Lauren Wade now leads the Eagles offense with 9 points. Mason still at 8, and Reimer coming up third with 7.
Eagles wanting to keep it in the hands of their starters. The Lions currently have 10 players, all with points.
Again, it's that difference in game plan. Langston is really getting everyone involved. Coach Arthur and the Eagles are leaving it in the hands of their starters, their trusted girls.
Not to say that either plan is bad or doesn't work. Both have been scoring at a pretty consistent rate.
A win today would move the Eagles to 10-9, above 500. And a win for Langston would put them 13-6.
Eagles desperately wanting to stay above that 500 threshold.
Keep that momentum going up in their recent games.
Absolutely. So it will be Eagles possession as the fourth quarter looks to start. Reimer has to get it into Wade. Reimer once again. Eagles, plenty of time. No need to put up a hasty shot here. Mason tries to get the acrobatic finish, won't go. Thomas jumps it into Sek. Her shot won't go. And another errant mistake from the Eagles leads to a turnover.
Couldn't quite secure that rebound. But it didn't look to me like there would have been much of a fast break to go off of if she did have it. But possession would have still been nice.
So the Lions have 20 on the shot clock. Have another opportunity to score. That shot calls for Vaoni Davis.
Number 20, Pride for 2.
Cameron Shelley and Ayasha Thomas putting a lot of pressure on the Eagles up by half court.
Eagles, a lot of movement, went all the way around the baseline and back again. As Christina Jenkins fires a shot, Lauren Wade pulls the miss down. The Eagles have a fresh 20 seconds.
Reimer has it, looking for anything. She'll get a screen.
Looks to fire from the elbow, and a travel's called. Didn't get set off the initial step. Substitution in for the Lady Lions, Korea Kirksey.
Korea Kinsky checks in for the Lions.
You saw it again there. The switch defense for the Lions has really been keeping that pressure on the perimeter of the Eagles offense.
The Eagles don't have anybody that's exceptionally tall on this roster, so the switch defense working well all around the same size. No mismatches, no easy opportunities to get an advantage. Jenkins pulls down the missed shot from the Lions. And floor general Jaden Mason leads the way. Here's Masquat, corner three again. That one falls. It's now a 6-point game.
I was waiting for somebody to find an open shot. Masquat took the opportunity and ran with it.
It's not been easy to find open shots. The foul is called. That's going to be on the Eagles, so the Lions will benefit. It's Delaney Reimer's second. In comes Haley Jordan for the Lions.
8 minutes left in regulation, and it's a 6-point game before the free throws. Again, that deficit just hasn't moved at all, it seems.
Been fairly consistent. Pride's first shot, no problem. Her second one off the mark, so now the Eagles will get back to it, cutting down the ever-present 7-point lead.
That's been the magic number for the Lions so far, I guess.
Wade wanted to get it to Jenkins. Calls her own number. Right hand finish, fouled, and one for Lauren Wade.
Another strong move by the senior down in the paint. She'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
She will indeed.
Lauren Wade with the basket. Goes to the line for one.
And Lauren Wade on double. Watch, she's officially hit it. She's got 11 points and 12 rebounds. I believe that makes 5 straight games for the ladies where somebody has a double-double.
Very, very impressive stuff from Lauren Wade today.
Looks like they're going to get Jaden Mason for a reach-in. I believe that's number 4 for her.
That's a fourth foul.
There's the sub for Mason. They'll bring in number 11, Caitlin Taylor.
Taylor back in for Eagles.
And it is a 4-point game. Eagles need to make a stop here if they want to try to cut down this lead some. Now, Luke, I don't know how familiar you are with the broadcast, but every game we have the shoe of the game, the shoe VP, and the MVP for the Eagles. Now, you don't have to decide now. I just want to give you some food for thought as we hit the final 7 minutes left of this game. Turnover for the Lions. Turnover against the Lions. The Eagles have it.
Yeah, well, we've got a little bit of time. I had never heard of the shoe VP before.
Shoe VP, yeah. That's Chase's thing. Lauren Wade mishandles the ball. Turnover, one-on-one. Jordan, Euro step, puts it away. Haley Jordan now has 14 for the Lions. Jenkins pass a little bit off the mark, and it's another turnover. Errors like that, it's keeping the Eagles in this hole. And a timeout's called by the Lions.
It's timeout, Langston, 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout. All right, who are some contenders for shoe VP right now, Luke?
Okay,
I've seen
so
a few out there that I'm I'm finding interesting.
So, okay, I get an explanation on the shoe part of the shoe VP.
Yeah, you pick out who has the best pair of shoes.
Okay.
Or
okay.
maybe not the best, maybe the ones you think are the coolest.
Both teams?
Oh, yeah. Free game. You could pick the referee if you wanted.
I do tend to wear a lot of black, but let's see here. I think there are some nice blue colors mixed in with really bright yellows on both teams.
Is that your look? Is that
I
what you're
do like
thinking?
the blue especially. Number 1 for Langston, Jada Spence has some nice ones over there with the blue and black.
Oh yeah,
And I also like the blue of Delaney Reimers, although hers is secondary with white instead of black. So that's an interesting aspect to look at.
With 6:19 left in the game, your Eagles down 6. Let's see if they can climb out of this hole. The mishandle by the Lions. Delaney Reimer, the top of the arc, wanting to get it inside. Gets it to Kaiten Taylor instead. Masquad puts up a 3. Low arc, just a little bit short of the basket. Masquad now the primary defender causing some trouble. Will stay Lions ball. Delaney Reimer will check out. MJ Case will check in. Eagles have some real pests on defense on the court now. Inside pass. Almost another mishandle by Jemiah Rogers, and one opportunity for her though.
Fouls number 31, Lauren Wade.
That's Lauren Wade's 4th foul.
Basket was good, number 21, Jemiah Rogers.
So here's Rogers for the and one opportunity. Shot bounces around, falls in. Lions going for a press and trap, not wanting the Eagles to score any more today.
One's tip, but recovered by Eagles.
Jenkins wide open under the basket. Puts that one away, no problem. And Luke, what game is it?
See, game.
What game is it? Come on, how many points the differential are we at?
It is 7 again.
It's a 7-point game once again here in Pickens Springer Gymnasium. M. Case limiting Cameron Shelley's work. We're going to put it inside once again. Test Wade. And it's an offensive foul.
Excellent.
Lauren Wade draws the charge, and the Langston faithful are unhappy.
I just call that excellent technique by Lauren Wade to draw that charge.
Thought there was a little acting happening there. Langston, their displeasure well noted.
We'll see what happens here. Langston will continue to go with that high press. But as we saw in the last possession, that press can leave people open down court. That's how Jenkins got that very easy too.
It's an interesting decision to go for the full court press and trap. At this point in the game, they're not up. You're not trying to get ahead. You're already up. I feel like now is the time, if any, to be playing prevent defense.
I'm wondering if they think that trap aspect is going to force some more errant passes, some more mistakes on that side of the ball.
They've been bountiful today. Squat, no problem. Here's Wade. They had a 2-on-1. Wade picks it up. Now the Eagles have a chance to get set in a formation they like.
Christina Jenkins loses it a bit.
And just to maintain possession. 7 on the shot clock, though. The Eagles are going to have to put something up soon. Here's Taylor. High arcing shot off the back. Wade pulls it down. Taylor tries again. No good.
Very interesting decision there for Lauren Wade to kick that one back out to the three-point line instead of putting it up from mid-range.
Normally, I think in that situation, the rebounder is thinking, well, they just put up the three. They've got their adjustments made. This one's going to drain.
Jaden Mason back in for
I guess so, but as we've seen, the Eagles have kind of struggled from three this season. So it's an interesting part of the game to speculate about.
Well, Kaiten Taylor will sit down. Jaden Mason checks back in for these final 4 minutes. Lions taking their time. Another inside dish. This one goes wrong for the Lions. Here's Case. Fast break. Swatted from behind. Here's Jenkins, though. No problem for Christina Jenkins under the basket. It's now a 5-point game with 3:40 on the clock.
That's what those offensive rebounds will do for you. The second chance points have started to increase.
They're testing Wade again. Can't draw the charge that time, but the Eagles do have it. Lions have played this game really well, had a very good strategy of attack. Now they just keep on trying the same thing. It's not working out for them. Screen from Wade, Case. Now to Wade. Spins around, puts up a shot. Won't go. And you see Masquat trying to punch that out.
Looks like Langston is going to slow it down, run a play, try to get that lead back up to 7.
And it's a foul on Langston. I'm not really sure what for.
See what he calls here.
That's on Cameron Shelley. I'm uncertain
Number 5 of Langston.
as to what happened.
Cameron Shelley.
Wonder if a little bit of elbows being thrown, a little bit of rough movements,
Too many extracurriculars, maybe.
something like that. Either way, this is a big opportunity for the Eagles.
Momentum shifted a little bit, certainly. No points for Langston in their last 5 possessions.
Eagles
Right.
playing around the perimeter.
Jenkins hands it off to Mason. Thought about putting up a shot herself. Masquat finds a lane, left-hand finish, and fouled. Haley Jordan gets the contact, and so she will head to the line to shoot 2.
That could be a very pivotal foul call.
That's her third foul.
We'll see if the senior from Chandler can knock down both of these free throws.
That puts 4 team fouls on Langston here in the 4th.
First one in and out, no good. No problem with the second one, and it's now a 4-point game. Lions get fouled and one opportunity. That's on Christina Jenkins.
That's the good, number 15, Korea Kinsley.
So Kirksey will head to the line to try to get an and one opportunity.
Foul on Lower Mascot. That's her second.
Made free throw here could move this lead back out to 7 once more. And it's sunk. So it's 7-point lead, 2:22 left in the 4th.
7-point game once again. First half, name of the game, no easy shots. Second half, 7-point deficit.
Now squad working the Langston defense.
Gets a screen from Wade, tries to get it to Wade. Ball bobbles around, and it's Christina Jenkins who puts up a shot. Lauren Masquat fights for it, and there's nobody in the backcourt for the Lions.
Oh, she missed it.
Open layup miss, second chance. She is going to be fouled, though. All right, Luke.
I think there's a little bit of laughter on both sides of the court right now. Both the Langston fans and the Eagles fans are kind of a little amused by that one.
Indeed, it's tough to miss a wide open layup, especially on a open fast break. Inside left hand finish, converts for Korea Kirksey. Okay, Luke, it's time. Pick your shoe VP and your MVP of the game for the Eagles.
Okay, for the Eagles, I think I'll have to give shoe VP to, honestly, I might give to number 23, Kirsten Strain.
Okay, good pick. Pass intercepted down this end. I think I'm going to pick Christina Jenkins. I like the light colors. It's very subtle.
You got very good taste. Very good
Oh,
taste.
shucks. Thank you. Update now, though. It does appear that the Eagles are in the bonus. This could be an excellent chance to convert. We'll see how much they can get done in 1 minute and 4 seconds.
Number 1, Jaden Mason to the line for Eagles.
Here's Jaden Mason to shoot. First one falls. If she converts the second one, Luke, do you know what it'll be?
Will it be a 7-point deficit
It'll be
again?
a 7-point deficit, that's right. She doesn't though, and so it is an 8-point deficit. Kirksey gets across the halfway point, and the Lions will call a timeout with 58 seconds on the clock.
Full timeout.
This is going to be a full timeout. I think honorable mention for shoes. I'm going to go with number 13, Morgan Miller.
I was thinking the same thing, actually. I do like the contrast between the yellow on the bottom and the black stripes. Very stylish.
Very. I'm not really a shoe guy. I'll admit it. I think I have like 3 pairs of shoes at any given time. Tennis shoes, dress shoes, boots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's about right.
That's pretty much all I need.
What I said earlier about wearing a lot of black and a lot of blues, that goes down to the shoes as well. I wear a lot of black shoes and a lot of blue shoes.
Look, you got to represent SCU properly. Eagles, black and blue.
It was a match made in heaven, you know. You go to a college whose main color is blue, your favorite color is blue. It just feels right, you know.
It's just a classic combo.
It is.
Classy and classic.
What are you thinking for MVP so far?
I think the obvious answer is Lauren Wade. 12 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists. She's been getting it done in the paint. She will check out for the final minute, though, and we'll see what the Eagles can put up. There's the trap. Last touched by Jaden Mason. So Langston will get the ball back. 17 on the shot clock. Luke, I don't anticipate that they're going to try to put up a quick shot here.
No, I can't imagine they would either.
Five on the shot clock. And the Lions make the most of their time. Haley Jordan with 2 points. She now has 16.
That's textbook in a word. Use all of the shot clock and put up a good shot right there at the rim.
Case, an open 3. Won't fall. That's Jenkins who pulls it down. Here's Colong.
So long, working fast.
Reach in on Anaya Pride. So Colong will head to the line. With 10 seconds left on the clock. This game, Luke, is over but the crying.
I have to agree with you there. I mean, you never know. We could get a SU 3 in these last 10 seconds and end the game on a 7-point deficit.
Oh, my. I had not even considered. How foolish of me. Kolong, second shot falls. It doesn't even need to be a 3. But it will be a 9-point game as things start to come to an end.
Yep, no stolen pass here, no change possession. That'll be it.
And as the clock strikes 000, your SCU Lady Eagles fall at home 53-62 in a hard-fought battle. A lot of improvement, Luke, I would say. Some of the things that needed to be addressed, we saw were addressed in this one. Just a classic case of the ball not falling sometimes. What about you, Luke? What's your biggest takeaway from today?
I'd have to agree. The Eagles did a really good job, especially in the first half, attacking the rim. But the balls just weren't falling. But that's basketball. What can you do? I think what they needed, like you said, what they needed to work on, they worked on tonight.
I agree. Well, that's it for us in the ladies' game. If you want to stick around, the men's game will start in about 25 minutes. You're not going to want to miss it, so stay tuned. Keep checking into the SCU Athletics YouTube channel. You can check out our website, scueagles.com. For Luke Young, I'm Parker Lane. We will see you all in about 25.